Welcome back to another Nova Changelog updates and hotfixes video. I'm your guest host, Tim, filling in once again for everyone way more knowledgeable than me because they're all out fighting fires. It is the peak of fire season in the Northern Hemisphere right now, so we have a lot of our team, both in Canada and the United States, out fighting fires at this moment. So please keep all of our team and all of the other first responders in your thoughts as they are out on the front lines, making sure that homes and people and property are protected from these fires. With that, let's get to seeing what our software development team has been working on behind the scenes to improve your Nova experience. Ogres and onions everywhere, rejoice. This update is all about layers. New features. You can now add satellite imagery directly to any project in Nova. Select a region and time range, and Nova pulls together the best available imagery into a single mosaic, with source information showing exactly where each part came from. 3 imagery types are available. Visual, true color imagery for general situational awareness. Infrared, which detects heat signatures and moisture from above. And radar, sees through cloud cover and smoke when visibility is gone. Then we also have our weather layers. Live and forecast weather data can now be overlaid directly on your map. A weather timeline lets you scrub forward and back through observed and forecast conditions at adjustable speed. 3 layers are also available for your weather. Wind, animated flow showing wind direction and speed in real time. Precipitation, a visual map of precipitation intensity and type. And lightning density and risk based on observed and forecasted data. These updates should prove useful for any sort of mission you have where weather is going to be a factor, whether it's fire or flooding or even just kind of planning out for your agricultural spray applications. Nova is a multifaceted software that can be used for all sorts of different things. And this should help give you way more of a heads up as to how the incoming and forecasted and weather that's already passed will affect your mission. Little personal side note here, the lightning, that is something that I'm really interested in testing out myself because that is huge for fire season. Many of the worst fires that have happened in California, especially around my area where I live and work, have been started by lightning fires. The biggest one being the August complex, which burned a significant portion of the mountains and hills to the west of me. So being able to forecast and see where the lightning is going to impact our various areas, holy smokes, no pun intended, this is going to be a game changer. So those are our 2 big updates. If you have any issues working with them, always reach out to us if you need help, figuring it out. That's what we're here for at Nova. And if you have any interesting use case scenarios for how you've been using these new layer features, reach out to us. We'd love to see how people are using our new updates for good. Bugs are one of the toughest parts about software, which is why we always like to fix them as fast as possible, and we always appreciate whenever you guys bring a bug to our attention. Even if it takes a while to fix it, because, working with the software, when you think about it, software and hardware, we're tricking rocks into thinking with electricity, and then we're putting in all sorts of arcane sigils in order to make it do what we want to. The fact that sometimes it doesn't work precisely is to be expected. The fact it works at all is a miracle. So when you find these bugs, make sure you let us know so we can fix them as fast as possible. If it takes us a while to fix them, that's just the nature of the beast, but we always take every bug, glitch, crash, whatever hiccup you find in your software, we take it seriously. But just looking at this list, we've got quite a few fixes for you today. We fixed a crash when entering full screen on live stream. Full screen now works correctly on iPhone. Fixed an issue where telemetry data persisted after a live flight was closed. Mission groups now work correctly for all user types. Users with partial access can now share projects they have access to. Approving an access request now updates immediately in the user's browser. Invite emails now link to the correct destination. Password requirements are now consistent across account creation and updates. Airtime calculation is now more accurate, including when we're generating mission metadata. Re-adding the same image folder no longer creates duplicates. Improvements to the upload flow, including retry handling and failed image previews. Merged hotspots can now show individual flight paths and retain color changes correctly. Editing a layer's text now correctly renames the layer. Deleting a text layer no longer pre-fills the next one created. PDF file name length limit raised from 100 to 200 characters. Long legend titles in PDF maps now wrap instead of overflowing. Workspace homepage now shows 8 recent projects instead of 4, with a show more option. QR codes now enlarge when clicked, and various additional UI and navigation fixes. Nice, long, healthy list of bug fixes and changes and everything. I've personally run into the full screen on a live stream crashing, and I know I really appreciate the updating from 4 to 8 projects on the Workspace homepage. So it's one of those things where like we are always trying to improve, and this is a collaborative effort, not just with the Nova team, but with all of you that watch these videos, give us feedback, and use Nova in the field. We are truly trying to make this the best software to use for your drone mapping and first response, and we could not do it without you. That's going to wrap up the patch notes for this version of Nova. If you have any questions, you have any feedback, feel free and leave them in the comments below, or reach out to us privately. All of our social medias, all of the ways to contact us, the way to get to our website if you want to try out Nova, everything is in the description. You can follow all those links right there. We are always happy to hear from you. Thank you all again so much for watching, and we will see you next time.